Hello good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here, and today I am bringing you quite the match that I had in the Tier 10 Japanese battleship, the Yamato, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it the Yami. So I'm here in the Yami. This is a Tier 10 game with carriers, however they are only Tier 8 carriers. Before the video gets going too far in, make sure you guys have joined the Discord. Link is in the description down below. Make all sorts of announcements regarding YouTube and the streams there. So if you want to follow that, make sure you join the Discord down below. Also, it is full of a bunch of wonderful people who love to talk about World of Warships. So anyway, back to the game at hand. So I have spawned over at the sea cap on tiers of the cruisers. It's also called tiers of the desert, but you know, whatever. And I'm heading toward the sea cap with a pretty good group of ships, 2 destroyers, one being a Gearing, make sure you keep an eye on him, a Hipper, and a Lion. Now, this is a pretty good group going to sea. Sea is usually a bit of a sniper party, and if you notice, we actually have a lot of destroyers in the game, 4 of them on each side, which is rare given the new Sea View rework. Destroyers became an endangered species after the rework dropped, as I'm sure I typed that in chat somewhere in the video. Pretty sure it's right at the beginning. Now, of course, I do watch this back in Shotcut, which is my editing software, and Shotcut plays back at like 480p or 30 FPS. So I will be doing many jingles and misidentifying ships. The battleships and cruisers I know by their outline, destroyers, and not so much. Okay, if you guys are wondering, I am rocking my Yami build, and for those of you that may not know, my Yami build is a secondary / main battery build. I go with the well, let me just go through my layout of my Yami, my build of my Yami. The modules I have: main battery mod 1, damage con 1, secondary armaments mod 2, damage con 2, concealment, and then main battery mod 3. That gives me a 25-second reload on these 18.1-inch guns. And my commander, I am rocking Isoroku Yamamoto. However, I do not have the tracers on. I just don't like the way they look. Not hating on anyone. It does like the way the tracers on the main battery shells look. I just don't like them. And for him, I have preventive maintenance, MLG turrets, BFT, AFT, and then going back, I have adrenaline rush, superintendent, and then concealment. So we've already engaged enemy ships from the sea cap. One of the destroyers has gone and laid a smoke in front of us. Which is great for the destroyers and cruisers, not so much for the battleships. And I am currently shooting at the Lion. He is an interesting figure. Make sure you keep an eye on him. He plays his Lion very much like in Iowa, be that he stays bow on to us most of the game and pretty much just sits there and keeps going back and forth. And I decided to pick on him because, well, he's a Lion. He's going to be spamming HE, and that's one thing the Yami does not like is HE. Oh look, there's also a broadside rune right there. And oh look, enemy torpedoes. And I thought for sure that Kitakaze right there was going to eat that torpedo, but he did not. Luckily for me, that set runs out, and oh boy, here comes the Shimakaze torpedoes. No, the Shimakaze torpedoes because there's 15 million of them. And that Lion manages to evade those 2 torpedoes, but I'm going to take those 2 on the nose. Yep, flooding, put that out. Now I'm almost at half health. And the game has barely started. However, there is that broadside rune. I'm like, oh, this will be an easy deletion. So line up the shot, fire at the rear turret. Main turret reloads a couple of seconds later. And let those fly. Just got some overpins there, but those shots look nice and good. And no citadel. Got some decent pins, but no citadel. And the rune lives to sail away. Well, he doesn't really sail away. He still sits there broadside on. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, RNG, just whatever. Next salvo will get him for sure. So line up the next salvo, we'll let the rear turret fly, and the front 2 turrets reload. Let them fly too, and he's still alive. This is 2.1 Sigma, you know, most accurate guns in the game, supposedly for battleships, although I do really believe that belongs to Montana. So, okay, he's still alive. He's still just sitting broadside on him. My secondaries are firing on him. And there we go. Rear turret gets off again. Anyone want to take a guess at what happens? He survives. Front 2 turrets off again. And thankfully he does go down that time. That was a bit annoying. Oh, hi Shimakaze. So Shimakaze pops up within 10 kilometers of me. Target him with my secondaries, even though I do not have manual fire for secondaries. So I slam the ship into reverse and start to turn my bow in the direction of Shimakaze. Now I have a choice to make here. That Lion will have my broadside and make this turn, but the Lion's just spamming HE, and even if he does switch on over to AP, it is only British AP, and it, because of the short infuse time of the British BB AP, it will not do much damage. Well, it's going to do damage, but it won't do much damage to Miami. Thankfully, I do manage to get the bow round in time to avoid that set of torpedoes from the Shimakaze. Also, this Montana right here, and he is close enough to where if he gets his turrets on me, he can absolutely blap me out of existence. Now, for those of you that don't know, Monty guns, they're good at really good at mid-range. So when they're in about 13 kilometers of a Yami, they can easily delete a Yami, give it its broadside. At range, not so much. Can still cause massive damage, don't get me wrong. But as far as full-on deletion, they gotta be a bit closer than that. So the Shimakaze is currently spotted and selling away, and I'm making a big risk now by deciding to stay broadside on, so I can get all my guns on him and get him out of the match faster. He starts to turn, I make a bit of a prediction shot, and let my guns go, and get him. So that's second kill of the match, and here's the gearing. Make sure you keep an eye on him. And there is the Monty now selling broadside on to me, which is very good for me because my turrets are almost done reloading. My guns are almost done reloading, not my turrets. So line up a broadside shot on that Monty and fire. The line is still going broadside on. Here come more planes from the carrier. Now what's been going on while we are down here fighting at sea, the team at A, they capped it, but now they're being pushed out of A if you look at the mini-map. But I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm mainly focusing on the Monty Lion and the Monty and Lion in front of us along with the enemy carrier. So Lion is backing up now, so I just aim somewhere in his midsection, hoping that my shells will hit somewhere where his citadel is, and, well, not major damage. It is damage. Damage is damage. And that is good. So this Monty is still broadside on to me. For whatever reason, he doesn't think this is a bad idea. However, our Lion, if you notice him, he's in front of us. He's overextended quite a bit. Here I'm just trying to line up the perfect shot. And do they bite? They bite. There goes 20k off the Monty's health. And also there goes our Lion. So we still control most of the... Well, we still do control the caps. However, the enemy team is currently capping the A cap. And there goes another team member. Ooh, I just dodged some... Well, not really dodged. Got lucky by RNGesus there. Dodged some HE from that John Bart. Get another Citadel on the Monty. And now I'm trying to make the decision, well, do I push forward or do I stay back? I am outnumbered. I do have some friends in, well, that one rock star in the gearing. You see why he's a rock star later on. And my friend in the belief, yeah, that's the Hipper still. Maybe. Not the Hipper, the Hindenburg. Or is it? I can't tell. Shotcut's too pixelated. I'm still deciding to pump some shells into that Monty before he disappears because he's still just selling broadside on. Jean Bart, I'm figuring, well, he's at almost full health. We'll deal with him later. And, ooh, someone just took a nice chunk out of that from the cruiser right there. And there he goes. What was that? I can't tell what it was. Shotcut's too pixelated. And you guys are probably watching this in 4K thinking, how can he not read that? But, you know, it is what it is. Get some more health out of the Monty. And looks like the tide is turning against my team, which, well, it is. And that, my dude in the gearing, oh god, I cannot remember his name. He is absolutely just pumping HE into that line, and the carriers, as you see here in a second, he's focusing on the line, so I figure, you know, why not help out once the Monty goes behind that corner. I bounced most of that. And you see the friendly carrier has planted a fighter plane over me because I am a big fat juicy target for the enemy carrier. I know I probably should be aiming for his Citadel because, lol, yummy shells, but I was just trying to get some good pins on him. Which I do. There's 12k of his health off. And the gearing is just steadily just pumping HE into him, which is what we need because we need to get him out of the game because we need to balance on the ship count. And yet, there he goes. He burns away. Quite ironic, if you ask me. So that leaves a Jean Bar. And trying to line up my shots here again. I probably really should have just aimed for his armor belt because again, he probably could have pierced it, but you know, still get some good pins on him. I'm letting this fire burn out because, well, I need to hold that damage con in case I get some flooding or whatever from some surprise torpedoes from whatever source, be it the carrier or a destroyer. But I do pop damage repair party to deal with that. Luckily that doesn't start a fire. Still just slowly chipping away at the Jean Bar's health. Now the Jean Bar does only have 15-inch guns, however they are quite fast, the shells that those 15-inch guns fire. So while he probably can't really pierce me, he could potentially do some good damage if he aims at my upper belt armor, but however he is just spamming HE because, I mean, you know, that is also a viable option for the Jean Bar. She has a pretty nice fire range. She can start fires quite easily because of that, especially if he would pop the reload booster. So the enemy team has capped A, however one of our DDs is recapping it, and the enemy team is currently pushing into B and capping B. Oh, it looks like our friendly DD in A got spotted by some planes and the cap just got reset. So now it's just me, the friendly gearing down here. There's that Moskva. I am just trying to get a good shot out on him. I let it fly. And not so much. Now, did you guys catch what this gearing did? This gearing managed to get quite the nice salvo of torpedoes off on the enemy Montana that we were off shooting at earlier, and has managed to sink him. And he's not done quite yet. So this Moskva comes out of hiding again. I let another salvo off on him, and just watch this. It looks perfect. They're all going to hit all over his ship. He's got to be dead, and oh, they just scratched his hull paint. And I actually did grimace and grind my teeth a bit in real life when that happened. Alright, so Destroyer at A is dead. It is down to me, one Tier 8 carrier, and 2 DDs. One being a gearing, the other I'm not really sure what it is or where it's at. There it is, it's up by north of B. So this Jean Bar is coming around. And see, there's the gearing again, trying to get some more torpedoes off on that Jean Bar. And I'm rotating my guns just in case this Jean Bar decides to be a madman and push around the side of this island. See, the Saipan is also currently sailing over here because, of course, is where his team's at. Saipans know Graf Zeppelin doesn't have the secondaries to fight off an enemy fleet, which the Graf Zeppelin does have. So enemy carrier launches another torpedo squadron at me. The Jean Bar is coming around this corner. I slam it into drive, and I'm waiting for the Jean Bar to come around the corner. There he is. He's angling, however, he does have soggy baguettes for armor. I take my shot, fire, almost drain him completely, get high caliber. Not before he gets a good chunk off on me. Here comes 2 torpedoes from the enemy carrier. And ooh, thank God for Yammy's torpedo protection. I did lose my engine there, but I did use my damage con to repair it. However, because of the Jean Bar pushing and the torpedo bombers, I have had to sell into the open. However, thankfully the Moskva is just spamming HE, which starts a fire. Isn't that great? Ooh, those are some shells from the Monty that hit my bow. I am almost dead and getting lowered by the second. Here is another enemy Monty. I don't really have too much time. I'm guesstimating where he's going to turn and such. Let the shells fly. And here comes in some more torpedoes. However, I believe it is the Moskva that gets me. Follow the shells. Will I get the kill? Yes, I do. Oh, 200,000 damage, and it's not over yet. I do claim that was a blind shot in chat because I didn't really know where he was going. I completely guessed. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know how hard he was turning. I completely guessed and just let the shells go. So, friendly gearing, and I believe is that a Khabarovsk that's left up by B? Maybe. So, Friendly Gearing is hunting for the carrier. Up there goes the... whatever that was. Maybe there was the Khabarovsk. I can't really tell. I apologize, whatever destroyer you were, if you're not the Khabarovsk. Your name looks long, so I think you're the Khabarovsk. So now it's down to the Friendly Gearing and the Friendly Saipan against the enemy Moskva and the enemy whatever the other tier 8 carrier is. I think it's the Shokaku. So the Gearing says he's wanting to hunt for the carrier, and I mentioned, well, maybe we should just go for the caps, you know, because we do only have one cap to their 2 caps, but we do have a big points advantage. However, there's 5 minutes left, and they do have 2 caps. It is possible that they can overtake us in points, especially if they take out either the Gearing or the Saipan. So the Gearing's been spotted, and he's asked for AA cover from the Saipan. And we're all here in chat. There's several of us who left behind because this is actually a pretty dang close game. And you guys may notice something. There's no planes coming in to help the Gearing. CVS have unlimited planes now. So where's the plane? Even if he only has 2 planes, he can still launch 2 planes, get over here, pop his fighter consumable, and help this Gearing out. Our Saipan's AFK. He has set autopilot to the bottom left right hand corner of the map to J10, and he has walked away from his keyboard. Yep. Such a close game, and the Saipan's AFK. Because he was there before. You guys saw. He was putting in work before. He was helping us, and now he's AFK. Yep. So, enemy Moskva and enemy Shokaku against one AFK tier 8 carrier. You guys can probably guess how this is going to end. So now we're all here in chat, you know, just contemplating what this guy's doing. Yeah. Don't click off the video just yet, though. Not just yet. So he's chilling here at J10. The enemy Moskva is for sure making a beeline to C. There's 3-ish minutes left in the game, and we're just praying this guy doesn't get spotted, because, you know, if he doesn't get spotted and he can live, well, you know, maybe we can win on points. If they don't sink him and they don't take C, you know, we might have a chance. The enemy Moskva is heading towards C. And the second he touches C, we're going to stop getting points, and then they are really going to start getting points here in a second if that Moskva caps C. And if they just sink him, then it's all over with anyway. You know, that there goes me reporting him from being AFK. Everyone in chat's pretty ticked off at this point in time, because this was a hard-fought game. This was actually a good game, and we're going to lose it now because this guy decided to go AFK. So the Moskva was spotted because he's just firing willy-nilly, probably trying to deduce where the carrier is located. And now they've started capturing C. So, and he's been spotted because the AI have automatically launched some fighter planes to defend him from the Shokaku's dive bombers. So now the Moskva knows where he's at. There's the Moskva. There's the HE. Start a fire. AI automatically put that fire out. The AI fighter planes absolutely shredding the Shokaku's dive bombers. However, some of them did get through. Even I was in chat. He's AFK. Enjoy. So this Moskva is for sure just, you know, now he switched to AP now. That was a big chunk. You guys may be noticing something. There's 20 seconds left in the game. He's not dead yet. If this Moskva doesn't land a lucky shot, he's not going to die, and we're going to win. And will he do it? We win. with an AFK Saipan. Oh my god, you guys. I laughed so hard after this match ended. Because, oh my god, that was such a good game. I got over 200,000 damage and the Yami. And we won with an AFK Saipan. And their Masva and their Shokaku were putting in work. They both had, I think the Shokaku had 4 kills. I'm not sure how many kills the Masva had. But man, I can't imagine. They must have been so ticked. Because I even told them that Saipan was AFK. Oh my god, guys, this was such a good and hilarious round. Oh, this is why I play World Warships. For stupid stuff like this. Alright, so thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We've recently passed 1,500. I can't thank you guys enough for that. And we're already well on the way to 1,600. We're almost halfway there. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So again, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday, and hope you enjoyed the video. And hope to see all of you guys in the next one.